All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 91B of the 100K Poker Bankroll Challenge. Um, we are currently sitting at around whatever it is, 7,000, 7,100. Um, been on a big-ish downswing lately, so trying to tackle that and kind of get out of it. We have won some back. I think we were down to 62 at one point. We've come back a little bit here. Haven't been playing a ton. Um, It's interesting that they call there. It's probably call lots of tens and stuff. We'll just bet small for value. Okay, checks his board to me. I'm not sure if he checks his entire range out of position or not, but we will barrel there. We do take that down. Um, Something's wrong with this screen. It doesn't adjust the camera too much. So I have adjusted my delay a little bit, so hopefully it's not as far behind as it has been in the past. We've cut it pretty much in half, so our delay should be like 4 minutes or 3 minutes now instead of, I think we had 6 on the go or something crazy. So we'll keep an eye on what that delay is right this time, because it was at 360 and I dropped it to 180, so that should be 3 minutes. I'm just not sure if there's like a YouTube delay that's built into that as well. So we'll try to keep an eye on that. We'll try to stream for as long as we can. Um, uh, the wife and kids are out, and my youngest is in bed. So if I disappear, it's because he is on the move. It's a pretty good table here, actually, but whatever. We got lots up. We got 9 tables up and running, and we will try to focus in on these pretty decently. Now he does have ace jack here, but that's fine. If we get stacked, we get stacked by ace jack. It is what it is. And obviously against this guy's stack size, he has king 10, jack X, diamonds, all kinds of stuff that we're way ahead of. And then somehow, he just calls 20 bigs with ace queen. So that's pretty cool. We'll lose there. He does call here. The jack's not great. I think we just go to check call, check call. He is willing to bluff. And I think once we check flop here, he's going to start to bluff at least some portions of the time. He goes 16. He's also going to value bet like ace queen, I think, as well. And we're going to go for the check raise here with the open-ended straight draw, and we're going to squeeze the ace jack, call the ace king, and overbet river here. And we do call, obviously. If he shoves, we just call here. If we lose to queen jack, king jack, ace jack, it is what it is. We beat all of his bluffs, his clubs draws, his king queens, his queen tens, and we have all kinds of better aces. It's a bad bet from him on the turn with that ace. You're not getting anything, you know what I mean? If you're betting that turn, you're basically going to shove river and turn your hand into a bluff. Here, we'll just let the jack 10 go, I guess, to that overbet. And hit the nuts, we're just going to check call because he's just bluffing like crazy. As soon as you check to him, he starts betting, basically. So even when you do run into it, who cares? You know what I mean? He's just bluffing so often that you just have to call down. Um, so we'll mute the stream here. And we'll get rolling. So yeah, we should just be on a 3-minute delay, so it should be better now. And we pick up the open ender, so we'll bet the ace 2 suited, boom, 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 fold the jack 8, raise the jack 10. Straddle over here, and we're still value betting the jack. And I think we can ISO the queen 10 comfortably. Okay, guys, definitely whaling. Man, my eyes are bugging me. Not sure why, but they are. Okay, check, 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 check. Yeah, 180 seconds, 60, 120, 180. Yeah, that's 3 minutes. I don't think there's any way somebody can time bank down to catch that, right? You basically have 30 seconds and 4 or 5 or 6, 10 seconds, right? But that only works out to 100 seconds or something. So we should be fine enough. Okay, we do value bet the straight. We do raise the ace jack suited here. Queen 10 on this board. I think we can check back some portion of the time. Obviously check raising bottom left. Could argue maybe check calling, but we're just so far ahead of so much that I think we just have to go for a big check raise. We're going to check back the queen now. Make trips on the river, but there's a 4 flush out there as well. Okay, what do we do? Did we bet this flop? Wow, we called it, eh? Interesting. Okay, c-bet, call. Okay, I think we'll just check back here. Fold here, fold here, fold here. It's an interesting call. Not really sure what to make of that, to be honest. So I think there's 2 options. We can just, well, I don't know. I guess you can check here. You can check call probably if he goes small enough. I think I have to call. I don't know. 3-way he would check back some portion of the time. What a brick off. How do you brick that? Crazy. Did I just call here pre? Yeah, okay, that's a bit of a mistake. It's a good run from him. Fold to 9-5. And we're gonna be check raising the ace queen. That's just a missed 3-bet on my part here on this middle table. Okay, turn the queen. Interesting. Ace 10 improves if we check raise the ace 10. I think I'm just gonna go really small here and then decide if I want to rip the river. Can we stop with the aces here? We have to call. Not happy about it. I'm just gonna leave the heads up table. We obviously fold here now. That was like a snap shove, so. And we are gonna call one more with the kings. And then we're just gonna give up. If he goes donk bet, donk bet, donk bet. And we break the ace king. Check to him. We are going to call one at that sizing. And we're going to c-bet here. And we're going to place up king 6 suited. Queen 8 suited is just a fold, I think. He checked back that turn. He does check back that turn. And we'll go for value on the river. I think the only hand he's going to raise here is like a jack X. So, and he's going to have a good portion of those that check back on that ace. So I don't think we can get too much value there. And hit the nuts. 4 bets us, so we can let that go. And we'll try to sit here at this 50-cent table. All right, that's a decent 1-2. Okay, raise the ace jack, fold, fold, fold. Raise here. Okay. I lost track of the hand here, so we're just going to get out of the way. Fold the jack 6, fold the queen 3. Fold the king 10. 7 fours, 5 deuce. So we got mostly NL 50 tables up right now. Mostly because most of the NL 100 tables were pretty trash. Just reg filled ish. We are on a waiting list for this table that looks pretty good. We can get on this waiting list as well. Just depends where we fall, but fold these 4. All right, we're just gonna be min opening here in the middle table. Under defended, so it kind of gives us an advantage right away. We defend here, obviously with the ace 9 suited. Pretty good flop. It was really small, which was kind of strange. Not really sure what to make of that, to be honest. This seems weird. Tiny three bets, and then just is like pot, pot, pot. I wonder if he ever does this with aces, just because he is so spewy and spazzy. 10 jack, maybe? Like, it's just such a weird... It's a very weird three bet sizing. It's possible he walked into it with a 10 there. Okay, that's interesting. Now the question becomes, do we bluff shove this? I think we probably have to. Well, our read was that he doesn't have an overpair coming to here. Like, I don't think he plays that bonkers on 7, 8, 9 necessarily with like pocket jacks. So I think if he has like ace king, ace queen, like club draws, stuff like that, we beat all of it. And then if he is slow playing, like a 10 on the river, we're gonna lose. It'd be kind of spewing into him. It is tempting to rip this here though, to get jacks or queens to fold. Yeah, I just don't know if he would fold them or not is the issue. Probably does, but he might not. Just given like stack sizes, right? It was like what, 2/3 pot bet or something on the river. It's gonna be hard for him to fold queens, especially this guy because he's just a lunatic. You know, just kind of like spazzes out 24/7. And we're just gonna be looking to hopefully get a nice run out that we can just check call down on. We'll check back the ace 10. Okay, fold, 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 fold. It's a bit of a big 4-bet, but I think in position we can pretty comfortably call here. And we'll just give him another chance to barrel. It's a pretty good flop. I think we just get it in. Ace 5, we 3-bet. And we'll just overbet, make it look bluffy. Okay, we're dodging a jack and running spades. Runs it once. Let's just hope we survive here. Fucking God. Fucking. I hate that piece. I hate that guy. Well, you can't get it in better than that, realistically. Okay. It's funny when you just know it's coming. Okay, we turn the ace. Just try to refocus here. Okay. And we're going to value bet as well on the river. 5 would have shoved. Ace 9, take it down. Okay, we are going to leave the heads up table as well. ISO here, ace 10 off, we're going to 3-bet, fold here. Cold calls. And we're just going to c-bet here. I think most ace regs are 3-betting. Probably just going to leave this table. It's kind of reggy. Hit the nuts seems to run pretty good against us. And he just does a lot of this where he just smashes pot. And we're gonna fold here. We're gonna leave three-handed. Tables are not very great right now. Fold here, raise the ace-4 suited, and we're gonna just c-bet there. We gotta leave another heads-up table. And we'll fold the ace-7. Wow, these tables just went to terrible. Fold the 6-4 suited. Raise the jack-7. Alright, that's good now. 100 table. Jump in there. Okay. Let's see what do we got here. Like these two tables, they're just trashy tables. You just lose everything you won. Such a spaz. Okay, we're gonna fold here. Just raise the aces. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, he leaves the table. Okay, we're just gonna give him his button back. And we're gonna leave that heads up table as well. Just can't keep up with that many tables up and running. Even this three-handed table, we're just gonna leave it here. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess we're stuck like this. Okay, fold the king deuce, fold the 9-7 off. Okay. Let's just try to. Okay, we just call the queens here. Let's get flop. Nice to get stacks in here against kings or aces. He bets. Jack, jack, 9. We're going to c-bet, and we're going to call the queens. He bets again. We're going to call. He does float us here. Oh my gosh. So with these heads up tables, why are the tables just dying off so heavily? Yeah, what do you do? With ace queen there, you can't really put me on pocket queens. Pretty much ever. Okay, and then he checks back. He could slow play us here. I think I'm just gonna jam though. We block ace jack, we block queen jack, so I think we can put it in there pretty comfortably and fold out a ton of his hands. I think even like 9x is just gonna fold there. So when he snap folds, it's probably just like just a draw. Probably would fold it to any bet size. Lost like all the good seats there. Yeah, look at that. Like 50 cent, a dollar just like died. That's fine. We'll just go down to 100 instead. I guess we can just sit here anyways. See if some. Oh, we got a fish on our right at least. Two fish on our left, one fish on our right. I think call that a pretty good table. Fold the jack 6. Queen 4 suited. I think it's probably fine. It's high enough up in like the flush draw category that we can call in the big blind. You definitely don't want to fall in the trap of just thinking pot odds and then calling super wide, but I think Queen 4 is probably okay. We raise ace 10. Ace 9's a little light from under the gun. Fold jack 5 suited. Fold the deuces. Fold the 10-8. I had something in my eye. Fold the 4-3. What happened here? Fold king 8. We ISO'd. Blitzky called and he called, so whatever. We're just gonna be going bet bet. At least bet bet. Potentially bet bet shove, but he is short stacked, so we'll have to see how that plays out. And we misclicked there with the kings on there. That's annoying. Another ace. Perfect. Check back. Okay, we'll go for value now on the turn. He probably has a lot of just like king X suited, queen X suited, stuff like that in those spots. We call king jack suited sometimes here. We 3-bet sometimes. 3-bet this time. Fold king 5, fold queen 7, fold king 6. Okay. And we're just gonna go half pot here. A little distracted there. So yeah, we're gonna try to keep the stream up and running as long as we can. If we do disappear, it's because the little guy who is sleeping right now is up and on the move, and we gotta go chase him down. But, currently rolling right along here. Fold 5-3 and the queen 4 off. Fold the ace 3. King of diamonds, 4 spades. King 10 suited, we raise. Fold the king 5 off. Okay, the king 10. Just check here sometimes. We bet sometimes. Just mix it up. We do a lot of checking at a position. Check raising, check calling. He goes really small here, so he probably doesn't have ace king, king jack, king queen. So I would imagine we just have the best hand, given that sizing. But I'm not sure if it's probably a little too light and hopeful to go for the check raise there, but might actually be really good to go for it, just because his sizing definitely says I don't have anything better, than like a jack or a really bad king or something like that. So I think maybe check raising turn there should have happened for value. Okay, raise the aces. King 6. King, we're gonna value bet. It's snap folded. We just bet that board with like our entire range pretty much, so we're gonna bet it with aces as well. Against the donk, you don't have to be balanced or anything, but I just think it's probably profitable to be betting there. Any sick, what was it, king 6 king, I think? Yeah, king 6 king, like any 2 clubs, any 6, any 7s, 8s, 9s, stuff like that are all going to call. Ace high probably calls some portion of the time too. Not that he has much, obviously, when we have the pockets of the rockets. Mostly we're just playing ISO or fold, but 4-3 suited with 2 fish and unlikely to get raised. I think it's fine to just kind of float in every once in a while. Probably just a losing play though, realistically. Okay, the queen 10 suited with 3-bet. We call. We'll just call this time against the reg. On the button, I think with a fish in the big blind and a 3.5x open, it's probably better to just call the king jack diamonds than it is to do much else. The ace isn't necessarily the best card to go 150% on because he does check back a lot of ace x, but I also have tons of ace x, and people are just mass overfolding to this 1.5 or 2x on turn. So I do use it pretty liberally. Okay. And we did call. He did check to us, so we are just going to value bet the jack or the king here. The king jack checks again. We value bet again. I think in reality, he probably just has jacks or queens a lot of the time when he 3.5x'd it pre-flop. Interesting tank last here though. Interesting. All the draws miss. It really does just scream that he has like 10x of some sort. We block all the diamonds. It's most likely he has heart draws if he has them. And I imagine he would be c-betting most of those hearts. And his most likely hand that checks here is going to be some sort of jack 10, jack queen. But he went so big free. Go that big and then check here seems strange to me. Okay, fold, 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 fold. Not really sure here. I think I'm gonna fold to the donk lead. It's usually fear of missing value, so. All right, and here, what the heck's going on here? So this guy's just way too aggressive, I think, to do anything. Probably to do anything but call with the jacks. Or just jam it, I guess. In this case, snapped off, unfortunately. Cool. I don't think he can do much else. Like, over 40 hands, he's playing like a lunatic, so if you run jacks and aces there, it is what it is. Oh, we sucked out. Nice. We'll take it. Did we hold everywhere else? I don't know if we did or not. We did hold. Beautiful. All right, that's what we get. Nice little suck out over here and a double up over here. And we're going to 3-bet the jack 10 suited. And I have no idea what's happening in this top left hand, but people are mass overfolding here when it just goes check, 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 check. So I will stab at it. Unfortunately, we did run into it, but that's fine. Fold the 9 deuce, fold the 5 deuce, fold the king 5, ace 9 we raise. We did 3-bet the jack 10 suited. And I think we do a lot of checking on that ace high board. He does have a lot of ace X that calls. We obviously have tons of ace X as well. We'll have some bluffs here. I think we just rip this. And we do defend the jack 10. And we'll just check and see what he wants to do. If he bets again, we can just pretty comfortably fold, I think. Okay, that's interesting. So he did 4-bet us. I think he's probably not a reg. He's probably not slow playing. Like, could have jacks a lot of the time here. Could also have like queen jack, king queen, and just is giving up. He could also just be playing bet check back with like ace jack or ace 9 or something like that. Sixes should just be, if they're gonna bet, they should be bet shoving, I think. And we fold the 9-8 off. ISO erase the ace-8 suited. And we're just getting it out of the way here. I'm going to check and 1.5 the turn a lot of the time. What do we do here? ISO I'm assuming. Check here. Okay, he just called us. He's gonna have a lot of just small pocket pairs and random hands. We do have a gut shot. I would prefer check raising with the diamond to continue barreling more often than not. I'm relatively happy just blasting there. And I'm pretty happy to just check this down. And we're just going to fold here. Oops. Okay. Bulletproof cold calls. That's weird. Okay, we pick up the king here. I'm gonna check. We do have the potential to rep like, oh my god, my eyes are burning. Um, okay. We're gonna just go for a thin value bet here against like ace queen or something. Yeah, this is really weird. This like under the gun, what did he do? Like limp raise, right? Like limps gets raised, gets three bet, cold calls it. Flop goes check, check, check. Bets turn. I think we probably need to call one, but it's extremely suspicious to be like aces here or something crazy. Okay. Now what the hell do we do? Do we just jam this to make sure we get folds? Nines probably have too much showdown value, but it does feel like pocket jacks. Pocket jacks or ace king. Way more combos of ace king, I think, than pocket jacks, so I think I'll just check. Ah, such a nit. I don't know if he folds those jacks or not, but it's always pocket jacks. It's jacks, ace king. I don't know. People play them the same way. Hold the jack seven. Probably need to shove. I think I should shove that river. I don't really like that I checked that back. Playing a little too scared there, I think. All right, and against this guy, just blasting for value. Calls. And all of our bluffs here, when we do bluff, are jamming because we're not going to be able to have a pot size bet at minimum on the river. So we'd just be jamming here. So when we have value like king jack, we're going to jam as well. Lose to jack 10 now and ace jack, which kind of sucks. But I think this guy's definitely blasting pocket jacks, pocket queens, all those types of hands pre-flop. So I think unless he has ace jack, we should just have a pretty significantly stronger range than he has right now. So we'll just rip that in. He could call king queen. He could call king 10 with like diamonds, stuff like that. He could call jack queen with diamonds. He could hero call like ace 10. We don't really know. Now that he's in the tank, I think the only hand we lose to is like pocket queens, probably there. Fold king 10. And we'll 3-bet the ace 8 offsuit against a bad reg. Fold the king 5, fold the king 5, fold the 8-4. This is a really not good board for us. And I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be checking this back with our entire range. If villain does not have like a donking range at all. So we'll just check back here. Now what happened here? ISO'd, he called, okay. And we'll just go, we'll go half pot on this one. Against that. Okay, he checks twice to us. I think I'm just gonna value bet the ace queen here. Don't think he's necessarily gonna bluff us very often with some sort of draw. I think he leads most of his pairs on the turn. Does call, and then we're just gonna be looking to shut down here. I do think it's still a good value bet most of the time. Oh, we had ace king. That's too bad. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So we have a ton of value. I'm actually not going to 1.5 it here because he's a fish. If he has a flush, the money's just going to go in anyways. And Shamshu, we like four better fold here. The queen, 10-8 suited. We'll check to him. Huh. Interesting. Let's go with a classic here for the team. I don't know really what this guy has. I don't really know. I guess it checked for me. Not really sure there. Overcards. No. If we overbet turn, we probably win. That's why we just do it so much. Fold the 8 deuce. Okay, pocket queens over here. 3-bet the king jack off. First the cutoff open. And we'll ISO the queens. Fold 6-7. I think this guy's mostly limping. It's hard to say. If he limp raises, I don't know, I'd probably just fold. If we do bet this board, I usually bet pretty big. Bunch of like 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10 in his range. Some like ace X hands, but when we go bigger, he's less likely to float those. So we're going to check back here. Obviously call all the rivers and then value bet if he checks to us. And if we lose to like, you know, ace whatever, it is what it is. What do? Limp called ace king. Called flop with nothing. Binked it on the turn. It is what it is. Okay. And we are going to c-bet here as well. We're going to 3-bet the aces. Here we just have a ton of cards we can double barrel on. Any face card, like realistically any 6, any 8, we could represent any heart we're going to blast on, stuff like that. We're just going to go half pot here. I'll go a little bit bigger. King 5-9 is relatively dry, but with the flush draw out there, and we don't have a diamond, I think we can definitely go a bit bigger. And we flop the nizzles. We're just going big enough. Value. We don't block anything. We don't block 10s. We don't block queens. We don't block aces. If he slow played them, we don't block ace queen, ace 10. He calls all of those. So yeah, we just go for big value there. Hope to get stacked. Get stacks in against 2-pair and stuff like that. And against a click it back, which is not really misclick maybe, and then a big 3-bet, we're just going to fold. And pocket 3s against the big 3-bet, we just fold as well. Fold the 10-5, 9-5. And against this guy, we just definitely go for value. He's going to have every single ace, so we definitely want to be attacking there for value. Fold the queen 5, fold the 8, 3 suited. Fold the 7 deuce. What happened here? Limped pot. We checked to him. I think we could. I guess with the ace, we should probably be floating here, especially when we have the backdoor diamond or backdoor spades. It's an interesting turn card. Goes full pot. Okay, see back here with the king 10. Fold here. So he limps in. I'd rather try to win it here. I mean, when he goes full pot, it's usually strength. I guess I'll call. Not really getting direct pot odds or anything, but checking raising might be better there with the ace of spades. I'm just going to let it go when he goes full pot twice. And this guy actually check raises pretty large. We are going to call with the open under the back doors and an overcard. But we're not going to get crazy if he keeps blasting on that board. Okay, we bet the ace king for bet. Yeah, okay, that's fine. 2x pots, all yours. A lot of 8s and 9s in there when he calls small blind, I think. I don't think that was, yeah, ISO call. Yeah. Okay, raise the 10-9 suited. 3-bet the ace 3 suited, fold the 7 deuce, fold the 10-7 off. Okay, let's drop it. Raise that, raise that. Okay. Get led into here. I mean, we're in position. We can probably just call pretty comfortably. Okay, let's drop off. Which tables do we want to drop off? Let's see here. I think we're going to lose this table. Value bet this table. Call here. In position. Try to realize our equity. We get a good chance to. We're going to drop out here because that table's kind of nitty. And I think we can comfortably drop off here with 2 regs on our right. All right. That's a little bit better, folks. Oh, sorry, bro. A little slow roll here on him. My bad. My bad. I was adjusting the stream. Okay. We will fold the 6 deuce suited. Fold the 8-7 off. Raise the queens. Donk leads into us. I don't think we really need a raise here. I think with the open ender and second pair, we can pretty comfortably call. It's going to have a weird range. Its only money does 3-bet quite a bit. He'll have a pretty wide range here. Queens are just a call, though, no matter what. Call. And there's tons, like, this is a bad split. We're just going to call here. I don't want to raise this because he could be free rolling us pretty clean with, like, 10 and 2 clubs or 10 and 2 diamonds. So we're going to play that pretty cautiously. We are going to call here, though. And then we're still calling, obviously, in the top left. Nice. Clubs is a good turn card. It's weird that he keeps betting it, though. Ace Jack, Ace King. Bluffs. We block Ace Queen. For half pot, I'm assuming this is a call when we have the club still. He does barrel quite a bit. It's not a great turn card. Or river card, but we will be folding there. I don't know. Could just fold turn maybe, but I think when we have the queen of clubs, you have to call again. Fold king deuce. Raise here. Check here. We're just gonna fold that down. Fold 6 deuce. Fold king 5. Fold the 10-9. I use the ace jack. Fold the 10-5 off. Okay, we're gonna do check calling with the ace jack. He checks back. He does call. We're just gonna check here. We do beat flushes, but most likely he just hits something. Usually when they actually call this hand here, it's like a check back queen 10 or something, or they actually manage to spike the turn card. Otherwise they fold most of the time. There's obviously going to be spots where that's not good. 9 tabling, we just do it a ton because it works. It's significant, like probably 95% of the time. So there's a few times it doesn't work. It's easier to make sure we're doing it, I think, than trying to pick specific spots all the time. Okay, raise the 6s. Okay, fold here. So he doesn't have like, what, 9 cents, jacks, queens, king, he folds anyways. We'll let this go to the 8x ISO. Okay, raise here. I thought we left this table and joined a different one, but I guess not. Let's just see what we got going here. I'm on that table. Man, how many times can an ace fall with kings? Okay. Think we mix c-betting here and checking. In position, I'll probably just check back more often than not. 10-4. Definitely not folding here. The ace king. Three-quarter pot we do fold more often though. Three-handed on this board, yeah. Right. Anyway, I think we just go for value here. Jacks, queens are still calling. He's probably aggressive enough that we need to call here with the ace. It's too bad. All right, well, we're definitely leaving this table. Probably just fold to that turn bet because it's just so big. All right, let's get the kings and no eight. I don't feel like I'm playing very well right now. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, check the kings. Raise the king jack suited. Well, we're gonna have to check call at least one here with kings. We can't just auto assume we're getting smashed. And we defend the king jack suited. And we're obviously done with the top right. Okay, we raise the queen jack off. Well, I think when he goes that small, we just have to call here. Good turn card. I think we'll just go for the check shove here in the bottom left. Doesn't really have king, queen, or ace, king. And he's going to have a bunch of like 5-6, 7-8, 7-6, 8-9, 9-10. All those hands in his range that potentially could call. And that we are way ahead of. And we're never really worried about ace, king, or king, queen. So I think we just check rip it pretty happily. Okay. I think I misread that hand, didn't I? That was terrible. I totally misread that hand. Forgot he 3-bet pre. That's a big mistake. Big time. Okay. And we go small here because I like to double barrel a lot on these boards. Doesn't have jacks, doesn't have tens. Right, raise this. That was a massive, massive mistake there with king jack. Super misread. Okay, 3-bet the tens. 3-bet the ace queen off. Probably gonna fold this. Hey, hey, hey. These are some spots. It just went so small. So I think we fold the ace queen to this shove. Against an under the gun open, we 3-bet, and then he just shoves from small blind. That's a fold. I think we have to call the 4-bet here. We don't have to do anything, but with tens, could have some ace king. A lot of the time, though, if he's going that small, it could just be aces, and it just looks so strong. So he tries to like reduce that by going smaller. So we'll see how the hand plays out. If he goes like big, he goes half pot, eh? The hand probably plays itself relatively easily. We can just call here and then check fold to a shove, unless we hit like a 10. Just think for a minute though. He's just not going to be like bluffing here very often, I don't think. We do block 9-10, but I'm just a little too suspicious of that small 4-bet. I can go. Now, what do we do here? Aces check back, kings check back, queens check back, ace jack checks back. We block. No, we block like 8, 9, 9, 10s all blocked. He doesn't have those anyways. Like our best chance is he has pocket nine, so I think we have to just shove this and hope that he's willing to hero call kings or something. Or flush. You could check back with like ace queen hearts, ace king hearts. When he's tanking this long, it's probably like kings, aces, something like that. Don't think there's any value to check here. Like I don't really see him bluffing at it with how the hand played out. Like the only hand he would have like potentially that like weird 4-bets there would be like king queen or something suited because people just aren't bluffing light. What happened here? Re-ISO raised. He calls. This board, we're going to go half pot. Take it down. Fold 10-8 off. I'm sure that 10 just bailed us out hard there. Okay. ISO the ace 9 suited. Fold here, fold the jack 9. Oh. What's going on here? Donk leads 3/4 pot. We'll let that go. 2x pot shove. 24 to win 37. 2 over cards and flush draw. It's probably super close here. King 8 suited we raise. Fold the queen 4. We are on the waiting list for a few tables here. All right, we'll fold that now. Multi-way, we're just going to give up here. We're going to get too crazy. All right, so anybody has a jack here, they'd be betting at this point. And, oh, these are some awkward spots. Like, jacks usually just call against the under the gun open. The squeeze makes me want a 3-bet though. I imagine the cold call makes this significantly more profitable as a squeeze than calling and going multi-way. And the hand plays relatively easy because we're deep and he 4-bets us, then we just basically fold. First under the gun, right? Limp clicks it back. Damn. I guess we have to call 100 bigs deep. Getting 3 to 1 on the money. Just be check folding there. Let's at least get a 6th table up in here. Okay. He has a lot of ace-x. I think we just check. Okay, so bet, raise, limp, ISO, 3-bet. This guy loves. I think it's probably pretty even here with jacks. A little more plus EV being that it's Baxter, ISOing, or like raising over an ISO, button versus cutoff, might make it more reasonable for me to come over the top there with jacks. But I think it's probably pretty similar EV. I think we just fold there to the donk, to the pot donk. King 4 suited, little too light to open. Maybe okay, given like Ruby's super tight and the rest, everybody else are just like fish. Great. He limps again. We're just gonna keep ISOing him. Generally just folding these spots, but with a fish in the big blind and a weak reg opening small. I think ace jack's fine to call here. Ace jack, ace queen. Okay, checks back turn. Probably has just a lot of like king X and stuff. So we're just gonna stop here. Now I wonder if he raises us. What would he have as plus? What would he have in front of it? I think we will. I think we'll just replace this table here. Actually, maybe this is the table to go. Baxter. I have him marked as a whale because he's a bit all over the place, but he does have our number sometimes. I'd rather get on to no, that guy's busto now. This looks like a pretty decent table. Unlikely to be able to get onto it though. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, we'll check queen 7. Fold queen deuce. So he's just limping his entire range, basically. He checks back, we'll overbet turn. Okay. Great. King queen suited. King 5 to fold. Fold 7-4. Actually, what? Yeah, we're just gonna be opening 100%, I think, into. Well, let's see what he's got down here. Okay, raise the 10-9 suited. Fold 6-5. That's a defend. Don't fold that to a small blind open. Okay. Multi-way, edit position, kind of pinned in the middle here, so we're going to be getting out of the way quite often. Okay, against half pot, we are going to call. He didn't 3-bet pre, so he doesn't have like, there's no jacks, queens, there's no kings, there's no ace king, there's no king queen, there's no like, could be some king jack suited or something in there, but he just doesn't have a super strong range. So we definitely need to call one there. Okay. It's interesting. Thing is, we do lose to like Jack 10 suited, maybe as Queen 10 suited. But probably just has a bunch of pocket pairs or a draw. So I think we're probably best off just like check call here. We could be taking a bet check bet line with a bad king, like just like a random like King 5 suited or something that he's just calling from the button with. But but I think people will overstab in spots. So we just need to go and take a check call line and give him a chance to bluff. But yeah, he just had that shitty king X suited with the bet check bet line. A little more hesitant to call there when he goes big. Sort of the fish generally tend to just check back and give up. Or bet small. Try to win the pot by betting small kind of thing. The light blue is... Oh, actually, I just... the queen needs to raise. Okay, seriously? How are you leading into me on this board? I guess he's nitty enough that we just give up. Fold jack 3. What are we all on here? We got what? 2 NL 100 tables and 4 NL 50. Currently, day 91 of the 100K bankroll challenge, where we're trying to run 2,500 up to 100K in 6 to 8 months. First 2 months went great. Third month, it's great. Been on a bit of a heavy downswing. Well, we've broken out of the downswing. We're actually upswinging a little bit now, or coming out of it anyways. And we raised, he called. I think we generally just like c-bet a ton here on this board at a position in position, so we will just fire here. Yeah, it's fine. It's only money does get pretty aggro sometimes and likes to attack, so it was a little tempting to check there, since we do check at a position quite a bit. But, okay, we'll fold 7-3. Okay, I'll check the 9-4 off. Checks back. Okay, lion with a stack. We're in a great spot on this table. Happen here. Do random bolt ace. Wow, all in pre. Interesting. Wouldn't have expected that from this guy with ace. Keep that in mind. Yeah, multi-way. We just kind of check here. You can squeeze the sevens. We can call the sevens and bet here. This sizing, we have enough equity, I think, in just our hand alone that we can check call that. Half pot seems awfully weak. I think that's fine to fold the sevens there. We 3-bet, he called. We're gonna check back the jacks. Young Soma. Barrels half pot again here. We're getting like 3 and a bit to 1. I think. I don't know. These are just weird spots with these bet sizings. Like I feel like I need to keep calling here, getting 3 to 1 on our money. Where if we hit a queen or a club, we're probably good. Okay, checks again. Probably need to check back one more time and then we can call the river. Does have ace 10, interesting. Yeah, you could argue check raising that bet sizing on the turn. 3-bet the ace 10. Alright. I'm just gonna have to value bet now. If he has that ace, he has that ace. I think we just go small though. And if he raised me, I think I have to call. I think it doesn't make sense if he check raises there. My small bet looks weak, so I'd give him enough credit that he could bluff me. And then we would call. Okay, we 3-bet, we call, we get this board. We're going to bet sometimes, and we're going to check back most of the time. And with the ace of hearts on this turn, we are going to go half pot. Ugh, should probably check this back or shove. I think I check back here. Oh, that's a good river card. Yeah, I think betting's weird. If we get shoved on, it sucks. And then he's just so committed on the river that's going to be hard to get him to fold. So checking back with showdown value is probably best there, I think. But realistically, hitting the nuts is obviously the better of both worlds. And then we just click it in. It is what it is. No one knows. Love the turn check raise. No, there, yeah, 9-10, 8-9-10 jack queen. Yeah, we might have got check raised on that turn and lost that hand had we there. So, if pot sizing or stack sizing was just weird. Kings. We need to win a hand with kings here. Okay, we're going to value bet here. Okay, he calls. We're going to continue to go big. Snap folds, unfortunately. Fisher obviously just going to overvalue like pocket fives to the pocket everything in those spots. So we want to go for value there. 8-6 suited will open from the cutoff. I'm just going to take a quick break from the stream and then we will be Deuce, fold 9-4 suited. I guess we check here. We're most likely to have the king, but when everybody's checking this board, they're gonna have some kings as well. So we'll just fold. Fold jack 10, fold jack 9. Fold jack 7 off. 5x open, we can just fold. 3 of the aces. Ace-8's raise. And we'll defend the queen jack. King 6. Raise. For fuck all sakes. We just jam here. Hope for calls from 10s and jacks. Just can't seem to win on these boards. It's brutal. Better check the score here. Floor is up again. Good lord. Edmonton needs a goalie. I guess we misclicked limp there. This guy's never double barrel bluffing, like ever. Just check back. Okay. Fold 10-6, fold 7-5. So this is the